everyone, welcome to NintenDormant, the podcast where we discuss Nintendo games that have been left on the shelf. I'm your host, George Banks, and I'm joined as always by my resident guests, John Cartwright and Josh Goldie. John, Josh, hello. A quick note before we get started. Each month we have a live record which our patrons can join in on, and each of us will select a game to be voted on for the live record. So we don't know what we're going to pick yet. Have you got any ideas percolating yet, guys? We'll save it for the end of the episode, but do you have any ideas bubbling in the back of your brain?
Got an idea? Can't quite remember if we've done it already, though, so we'll see
if
we have
Brilliant.
or not.
Such devotion to the podcast.
I have an idea. I know we've not done it yet. I just need to remember what it's called.
Oh God! Okay, interesting. Mine's a biggie. Mine's a well-known one. So we'll see. Stay tuned, and we'll see what mix we get at the end of the episode.
I think this is the most bearded we've all been at the same time.
I can't if I close my top lip, it looks like I don't have a mouth, which is like
Yeah, it's gone. You've just become a little furry little monster.
Hair.
Yeah, you're more hair than man.
I feel bad for my wife. I don't know if she likes kissing me, but it's like this. She doesn't complain. She's very sweet. She doesn't complain. But I feel like maybe I should trim it. Maybe I should take care of myself, guys. I don't know. What do you think?
It's tough. My daughter complains. She says, "Daddy, no, you're a hedgehog. No."
Oh, yeah, I get prickly, and it makes me feel bad. Yeah. But then I just think, suck it up. I gave you life. Well, I didn't give you life. Your mum gave you life, really.
You were like 50% of it there.
Yeah,
was you.
I contributed. It's fine.
It was tough for us too.
Yeah, and then when she grows up and she gets her little beard, then I'll remind her what she used to say. Speaking of little baby children, we've just had Nintendo drop a very strange trailer, the Close to You trailer. Now, as far as I can tell, there's not a lot of information. It looks to be a sort of survival horror game where you play as children's toys escaping a sort of maniac baby. Is that the kind of vibe that you guys got from this too?
I think I'm going to say a survival horror game where you play as a parent and look after the child.
That's just cool. That's life, John. That is just life. It's terrifying all the time. What vibe did you guys get from this?
It was very what is going on, because they did this before with Emio, which obviously was a it was a horror game where they just dropped that trailer.
Another one of the series.
But that fits the vibe. It was like really cryptic and stuff. This is like a 3.5 minute trailer of a baby chasing bricks and stuff around.
Yeah, with a little floating dummy. Also, side note, terrible parenting. This is a young child in a room full of choking hazards, and she's just like, "Oh, just stay there 1 second. What are you doing? You can't leave a baby doing that."
No good.
Terrible.
No good. Yeah, very Pikmin-y music. The motifs were in there. And also, there's points where you can see the dummy being pulled from both sides, as if there's two creatures pulling it. I wouldn't be shocked if this is just some weird Pikmin tease for whatever.
Yeah, so that's what I think it is, because I was reminded that on Pikmin Bloom, the mobile game, the context behind that is that Pikmin exist all around us, but humans can't see Pikmin. So you have to use your smartphone in order to be able to see them. That's the context of Pikmin Bloom. And in an interview around that time, Miyamoto said, he wanted Pikmin to have the feeling. He wanted people to have the feeling that Pikmin are real and that they exist and that they're everywhere.
It's interesting,
but they're just so small you don't see them.
Yeah. Pikmin games always take place in post-apocalyptic. Humans don't coexist.
This is just
as far
the last
as we
humans
know.
left.
Yeah.
How do we know Pikmin can't see babies?
True.
We've only seen it from the Pikmin POV.
Thinking about it, right? If you because I've watched the trailer a couple of times now. If you sort of go back and you think about it, there's bits where the hand is stomping down or the feet are stomping down, and I can imagine Pikmin sort of going and running away when that happens. So yeah. I mean, I don't want to get my hopes up, but there is definitely a Pikmin feel to this.
Yeah.
Are we looking at
what if this isn't a tease?
You're fighting babies instead of...
Yeah.
What if this is meant to be just a really pure Pikmin trailer, but they accidentally turned off the Pikmin layer and then rendered it without? I was like, oh no, they think it's cryptic!
Release! Take it back!
They already had one scene apparently has a file name accidentally in the corner.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, they accidentally rendered it without removing the file name.
What's the file name?
It doesn't have anything specific to know, otherwise I would have brought it up. It's just CC render CC
Right.
final REM,
It's not,
something like that.
Pikmin5.jpg.
Yeah.
Right? That would be a bit of a giveaway. I've seen some speculation online that people think it might be related to Mario Galaxy. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think when people first came up, there were people who were like, "Oh, this must be a tease for the Mario movie," and that this is maybe like Baby Rosalina because it's a blonde baby with a blue baby outfit on. I guess.
If Universal and Illumination posted the trailer, then yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't have their trademark on anything. So, but there are also people who are suggesting maybe this is for not a game, but some kind of series or animated series.
I think that
the MEO tease had like an ESRB rating and stuff attached to it, whereas this doesn't have anything of the sort.
Yeah, it might just
now it might be a case that like this game is actually a bit further away in development. Like MEO was obviously teased and then announced and then came out an entire month later. Whereas if this is Pikmin, I suspect they'd announce it and then it's coming out next year or something, or 2 years from now.
Oh, you've got me really excited for a new Pikmin game. I love Pikmin so much. We're gonna. I mean, the only blip with Pikmin, of course, is what's the terrible?
Hey Pikmin.
Hey Pikmin. I think we're gonna have to talk about that on this show because it is a spin-off, and there is potential in there, but it's bad. It's not good. Yeah, I'd be very happy if this is another Pikmin game. We'll keep our eyes on Close to You, but we're going to play another little game right now. Yes, it's time for the NintenDormant Quickfire quiz. 2 rounds, fastest finger first, followed by player pass for double points. And as always, John and Josh will pick their buzzers. Their names in the buzzer room today are George and George. So, spelt slightly differently from George. So, it's going to be a wild ride, knowing who's buzzed in.
This is a test for your perception.
It's not,
George.
It's not going to go well, guys. I'm being honest. There's barely any difference in any of them. Who's got a buzzer ready for me? Who's picking what today?
Given what we just talked about before, can I have the sound of Louis from Pikmin?
Oh, yes, yeah. What kind of noises does Louis make? He's kind of. I can't even think.
He makes noises.
Just like
he makes sounds.
He does make some sounds. That's true.
He does make some sounds.
Yeah. I've heard it.
I feel like I sort of associate more with having a very rumbly tummy, but I can't picture his voice.
Sounds of Louis. That's what I want.
Okay, the sounds of Louis. It sounds like a sort of concept album. I will find some Louis sounds for you. That is no problem. John, what would you like this week?
I want the sound of a Pikmin dying.
No, John, no.
Eaten by Louis.
It's the saddest sound. You can't have that. My kids,
I'm afraid I have to.
My kids love the Pikmin shorts, but they, and actually the sound I always think of Olimar is when he has that big drink and goes, "Oh," afterwards. But my son hates it when they get eaten by the big bulb orb, and like 2 of them escape through the nose, but then 2 of them bite the dust, and you have the little. And he gets very upset. So I won't play this episode of I don't play any episodes of NintenDormant to him. He's 3, but I definitely won't play this one with the sound of Pikmin dying because that would make him very sad. But I will do it for you, John. That's no problem.
Thank you.
All right, fingers on buzzers then, please. Question 1. Here we go. The Excite series of games has an unusual system to determine your ranking on each level. But what 2 things are taken into account at the end of a race? Oh, it's George. Just think that's Josh. That's Josh, George. Yes, just George. What can I do for you?
Is it time and? God, I was going to say fuel, but
is that what you're going to say? He's biding time, John. I feel like there should be some
no.
time.
Sorry, can you just very quickly repeat the question?
It's a hard one to phrase in your defense. So the Excite series of games has an unusual system to determine your ranking on each level. What 2 things are taken into account at the end of the race?
Right, okay. Is it time and position at the end?
Not quite. John, okay. I'm going to pass it over to you.
I was blanking on this one, to be honest.
It's kind of it sort of slightly changes from each entry, but it's largely kind of the same. So I think it's a fair question. It's an unusual
it is a fair
system.
question. Is it? So in Excite Truck and Excite Bots, doing tricks is a big part of getting your score, is it like the amount of jumps you do, like amount of I don't know how the NES game tracks that. It's been a while since I've just played vanilla Excite Bike. I'm going to say tricks.
I will give that to you, John. It's basically it's like time. It's like time and points, basically. So it's like position and points. So I think I'm going to.
Is there a point meter in the NES game?
Well,
is it like a secret meter?
I think it has points, but like what NES game doesn't have points?
Yeah.
So
I just can't picture. I can't picture the HUD with a bunch of numbers.
Fuel as well.
Yeah.
It's like, I swear there's like fuel you can run out of.
There is fuel.
Don't say anything about this. Don't say anything about this.
All right,
but yes, there is. I think there's points, but also you have to like beat third place by 8 seconds to get the highest score. It's very weird. It's a very weird setup. Right. But largely across the Excite series, it kind of takes into account your points, your sort of skills, and your position, time, that kind of thing. Quite a nice little unique concept that they carry through, quite important to the series. So I'm going to give you half a point, John, as you sort of deduced the skills part of it, which is the slightly like, different one. So yes, half a point to you, John. Well done, resetting the buzzers. Question 2. Here we go. So, the original Excite Bike allowed you to create custom tracks, and although there was a save option in the game, this did absolutely nothing. You could, however, save your tracks on the Famicom version using what additional peripherals? Oh, that's George. It's John George.
Wait, peripherals plural.
If you can just name one, but there is
Okay. So a Famicom disc.
No.
There was a Famicom disc version of Excite Bike as well. With
there is,
saving,
yeah.
right?
It's versus Excite Bike.
I'm talking OG Excite Bike.
Oh.
So I think yes, in the versus one you could do that, but there was something you had to plug into the Famicom to save your tracks on the first one. I've looked at it. It's ridiculous. Josh,
I don't know this then. I don't know.
Any idea, Josh, what it might be?
I don't know what it's called off the top of my head. If I want to say is it just like, can I just say memory pack? Like a Famicom memory pack?
No, you can't.
Like
that's
it's like
an N64 peripheral.
Yeah, that's why I don't remember what it's called.
They bring things back every now and then.
Similar thing.
Okay. All right. No points for that one. It's called the Famicom Data Reader. Have you ever seen that?
Yeah, that's what I said.
It's the
you
tape,
said it wrong.
right?
Yeah, it's like it looks like an old school cassette player, and it's literally like a cassette tape. But you also need the basic set, which is like a massive keyboard and a special cartridge. So you've got basically, if you're going to save one track on Excite Bike, you have to plug like 3 things into your Famicom and just like write it all down. Not worth it. Yes, Verse Excite Bike did remedy that, but if you've never seen the Famicom Data Reader, I urge you to have a look. It's hilarious. I would quite like one. I would quite like one for this little one. I would never use it. Am I going to save an Excite Bike truck in 2025? I had to look at the year. No, I'm not going to do that. So yes, no points for that question, I'm afraid. It was the basic set and the data reader for the Famicom. I did warn you guys. I wasn't sure about the caliber of question this week. I think they're going to pick up now, though. Are we ready?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So, Excite Bike 64 had the player completing a season of races, but how many races made up this season? Is it A, 18, B, 20, C, 22?
Off the top of my head, I do not know. I'm trying to think it over. Can you repeat the numbers again?
Yeah, I'm gonna take a guess here. Is it 20?
It's 20. Well done,
Damn it.
Josh.
Right.
Yes. Sort of slightly read conflicting things, but it sort of said, some said 17 and some said 20, but it looks like it's 20. So yes, 20.
Fair.
The game
20.
is all like, still track-based and takes you all around the world, but largely just big old dirt tracks. So yes, 20 tracks.
That was the only one divisible by 4. So I figured maybe that was right.
Probably should have structured the question a little bit better. But yes, well done. 1 point to you, half a point to John. Question 4, here we go. Excite Truck was the first Wii game to let players upload something to an SD card to have an impact on the game. What was this? John has buzzed in quick there.
Custom music.
Yeah.
Put your little MP3s on there.
Yes.
Jam out your favourite PlayStation music.
2006. What? Maybe we would have stuck a bit of Evanescence on there. I don't know if
Yeah,
I don't know if you would have put that on.
Yeah.
What would be? What's jams
Linkin
from
Park
2006?
for the Linkin
Yeah, I'm
Park.
gonna say Linkin Park.
Bit of oh my god, I can't think of any Linkin Park songs. In the end, a bit of In the End while cruising around
bit
the
In the
track in a
End.
truck. That's what you
Yeah.
want. Did you guys ever do this?
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah, I think I did. John made a whole video about
I
this.
did, yeah.
Did you?
That's how
What channel?
that's how
What
I
channel?
remembered. And I realised, wait a minute.
That was on GVG like 2 years ago, maybe.
Oh, I haven't
Yeah.
seen that one.
Yeah, I did this a bunch when the Wii came out, but it only works with 1 gigabyte SD cards for some reason. Anything larger than that will not work.
Cool. Can you tell me another game that does it then?
Yes, Endless Ocean.
Endless Ocean. They're the only two I could see, actually, funnily enough. But
I think they're the only two.
it seems like such a faff to get MP3s onto an SD card and then pop it back
Back
the
in
Switch.
2006.
Yeah, and then play. Was it worth it, John?
Yeah, of course it is.
Okay.
You gotta have your own custom music. No one knows what the Excite Track soundtrack sounds like. We're all using our own music.
And you know what? I do remember in one of the first games that I sort of curated my own playlist was in Saints Row 2 of all things on the Xbox, but just like finding the CDs around the world and being like, no, this is my playlist and this is all I'm going to listen to when I'm playing the game at all times. Paramore Misery Business was always the first CD I went and got in that game. Banger.
I've not tried this before, but I think the Xbox version of San Andreas lets you do a custom radio station with your own MP3s.
Oh, no
Oh,
way.
really?
That's pretty rad.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah, I miss days like that. It doesn't feel like, it feels like,
Yeah.
I can't
Why
even
aren't they
think of a
doing that
modern game that does
nowadays?
that.
God,
The
copyright,
the skill of being sued.
Spotify.
Yeah.
Boo. Rubbish. Let's do what we want.
Yeah, well, we don't care about law.
No, we was
Yeah.
better, mate. We was the best one,
Law
mate.
can't
Don't worry
hurt
about
us.
it. Okay, all right. That is 1.5 points for John, 1 point for Josh. So this is to decide round one, fingers on buzzers. Courses in Excitebots featured a mandatory obstacle the players had to interact with. What was this obstacle? It's a weirdly phrased question.
Mandatory obstacle. Buzzing.
Oh, I just still don't know whose name is. That is John, right? John's
That's
buzzing.
me.
That's John,
That's me.
yeah.
So
I'm not buzzed
there's quite a few obstacles in
But
Excitebot.
there's something that you always have to grab in each level.
Is it the swinging bar that you
Yes.
rotate yourself around on and you fling off?
Yes, it's the swinging red
Right.
bar. Well done,
Okay.
John. Does this mean you...
I've never played Excitebots.
I was going to say, does this mean you've played Excitebots, John? Because
Of
it's...
course I've played Excitebots. What
Yeah.
do you
It wasn't-
take me for?
It wasn't released over here. How did you get a copy? He's gone. He's going.
He's getting it now.
Off to the library.
Yep. He's been to the #1 Excite Trucks fan
This is
in the
great for
world.
those listening. His
Yes.
Excitebots.
It's...
This only released in America and Japan, I believe. Japan?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was very limited in America as well. Very
Yeah.
limited release. But it's excellent. It's Excite Truck with this little symbol up here has 6-player online, which Excite Truck didn't.
Get out.
Fine.
Excite Truck had 2-player split screen
Right.
with no other cars. It's just you and whoever your buddy was. No CPU. It wasn't very good multiplayer, whereas this is actually an excellent multiplayer game.
For anybody just listening, can you please describe the front cover? Because I must say, the front cover did not help the game. It's terrible.
Of course.
It's
So-
awful.
So down at the bottom, you've got a purple car with a football kicking it to a red beetle. There's a little blue turtle. There's some face rocks.
Yeah.
Big yellow beetle car on the front as the key art, and there's a flying beetle above the logo and a
they
floating
beetles?
bar.
I thought it was a frog car for some reason.
It's as good as it sounds. It's just
What do you think that is?
it looks like Herbie on steroids on the front.
I
It's
thought
terrible.
the yellow one was a frog. Like
The yellow one is
poison
a
dart
frog. You're right.
Yeah.
You know your frogs.
Absolutely.
It's compatible with the Wii
know
wheel
my
as
bot
well.
frogs.
Looked
That's
Whoa.
exciting.
everything about the game is excellent. The execution of the marketing very bad. It's it's
Do you know what though?
That's
Excitebots-
NOA in 2008 for you.
Excitebots doesn't support MP3 SD card tracks though, so
John, stick it in the bin, mate. Get rid of
yeah,
it.
throw it away.
Not worth it. Who's playing 6-player online on that anymore? No one. Not worth it anymore. Right, John, that is 2.5 points for you. Josh, 1 point. So, John, you go first for play or pass. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. If you push the revs too hard in the original Excite bike, you do stall out your bike. But what writing pops up on screen? Is it A, max out, B, overheat, or C, dead cell?
Overheat sounds familiar. I'm going to say overheat.
Yeah, it's overheat.
Yeah.
I thought you might have thought dead cell did a cheeky reference to it, but no such luck. Did you remember that, Josh?
Yeah, I remembered overheat.
Yeah. I couldn't. It's one of those things like when you're picking questions, you think that's either going to be something that you definitely know, or is in your brain going, "No, I can't remember." But yeah, not a great one to start with, Play or Pass. Sorry about that, Josh, because you've got a much harder one coming up. Okay, so in
the game, the loser who gets bullied.
All right. No, I think you'll like it. Though. I think you'll like it. So. The Satellaview exclusive Excitebike Bun Bun Mario Stadium gave us Mushroom Kingdom residents atop the bikes. And it updated the characters with each version of the game. But who was replaced with Yoshi in version 4? Was it A, Luigi, B, Toad, or C, Wario? So much harder than something you see all the time in the first game.
I want to say it's Luigi. I think it's Luigi.
Are you sticking with Luigi?
Yoshi. Yes.
Yeah, you're right. Wow.
Man,
well done.
I need to try this. This looks fascinating.
It's really good. I've actually played it, so I'm excited. I'm glad I got the Excite Bum Bun question. Because the game, it starts with Mario, Wario, Toad, and Koopa Troopers as just the generic
they're not
Excite
playable, are they,
bikers.
Koopa Troopers? Yeah,
and then I think they added Yoshi and Peach in one update, and then I was pretty sure they replaced Yoshi with Luigi.
I just
remember Wario was definitely there in the first game.
Oh, see, I thought the first one was Mario, Luigi, and Toad, and then the second one was Wario, third one Princess Peach, and then fourth one was the swap out.
Well, no, because it'd been Yoshi. Yoshi was swapped out for.
Yeah, so in the fourth version, Yoshi was swapped for Luigi. So they added Wario for 2.
Yeah, it could have been that they added Wario for 2 when they added the title screen in. That's when they added Wario and Toad in. But yeah. So maybe the first game was just Mario, Yoshi, and Toad.
Let's have let me just corroborate this quickly. Yes, Mario, Luigi, and Toad first in version 1. Wario was added to the second version, then Peach, then Luigi swapped out. Luigi swapped out for poor Luigi, just being booted out. We're like, I'm
glad I got that because I thought your question said who did Yoshi get swapped out with.
No. Oh, still got it right. So who cares?
Luigi.
No. So Luigi gets swapped for Yoshi.
Okay, I thought this was a case like Mario Kart Tour where Luigi's just inexplicably not there at the start.
Was he not there at the start of Mario Kart Tour?
It took a while for Luigi.
Yeah,
Absolutely
they held him off till like the
incredible.
Halloween update and then added him with King Boo.
That's so good. That is so good. Okay. Oh, the poor little forgotten brother. All right. Josh, you have 3 points. John, you have 4.5 points. You can seal it with this question. Are you ready?
Ooh, I think so.
Okay. Excitebike 64 brings us some named characters, each with an affectionate moniker to boot. But what is the nickname of the iconic racer Nigel York? Is it A, the Duke, B, the Boss, or C, the King?
Excitebike 64 is my weak link. I've played it, but I'm not a trivia expert.
Don't remember
64.
Nigel York? Old Nige?
Is it the Duke? It feels like the Duke.
It's the Duke!
Yeah, the Duke would have been my guess.
I can't believe you've got that. The nicknames aren't great. There's like Jumping Jim Rivers, the Duke. I think there's maybe a girl called Vicky who's called Vicky Vixen. They're not good names. They're not good. I cannot believe you've plucked the Duke out of thin air though. Well done.
You gotta respect the Duke.
Nigel the Duke York.
Nigel the Duke York,
I guess.
What a terrible name for a motocross rider as well. Just Nigel York. He sounds like a banker. It's not good. It's not a good name. Yes, well done, Nigel. That is 5.5 points. So 6.5 points. Sorry. So Josh, you can pull it back a little bit at least with this question. Are you ready?
Sure.
Now, you had played the Bun Bun version, but you haven't played Excitebots, so I apologise. But Excitebots gave us anthropomorphic vehicles to ride, but which of these animals was not included in the game? So, ladybird, squid, or chicken? I mean, you can play or pass, but John's an Excitebots aficionado. As we discovered.
You got a guess?
Squid.
It's not a squid.
Chicken, I said chicken, actually. I coughed. I said chicken.
they sound very similar. John, do you know the answer, John?
It's chicken.
It is chicken, yes. You get the point there with that one. I'm sorry, Josh. The questions just didn't fall in your favour. I don't remember. I mean, I haven't played the game, but even sort of watching the footage for this, I don't remember ever seeing a squid. I saw a ladybird quite a lot. What's the squid vehicle like, John?
Yes, it's not in the default ones, I don't think. I think you unlock squid quite a bit later on.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a squid on wheels.
Just a big old squid. It's such
just a big old squid on
wheels. Such a weird game. Well, with that means Josh, you have 3 points. John, you have 7.5 points. So you are this week's winner. Well done.
Ooh.
And that means that this week you will be going first as we move into the main event. So yes, the games we are talking about this week is the Excite series of games. A quick history lesson for those who don't know. The Excite series of games debuted on the NES in 1984 with Excite Bike, a motocross racing game with a surprising amount of physics and strategy and a built-in track editor which allowed players to create a custom course, though this couldn't be saved. A few updates followed with Verse Excite Bike and the Satellaview exclusive Excite Bike Bun Bun Mario Bros, which placed Mushroom Kingdom residents onto the machines before making the leap to 3D in 2000 in Excite Bike 64 for the N64. Described as one of the most realistic motocross games of the time, this game pushed the N64 hard, generating thrilling speeds and impressive visuals, and also brought back Track Creator, but this time in a fully 3D space. 3 sequels followed on the Wii: Excite Truck, Excite Bots Trick Racing, and the WiiWare exclusive Excite Bike World Rally, all developed by Monster Games. These traded in the bikes for trucks and bots and took players out in the open, prioritising chaining tricks, combos, and completing tasks to come out on top. World Rally was a more standard affair, taking the original concept and improving its visuals while allowing online play. Dormant now for 15 years, this Miyamoto darling is a great take on racing games, and both the NES version of Excite Bike and Excite Bike 64 are currently available on NSO. So yes, the Excite series, a sort of weird Nintendo game in that one of their oldest franchises kind of been ever present, but never quite sort of hit the high heights of other franchises. What was your first contact with Excite Bike? Do you remember? Get the drinks ready, everybody, because I think some people are going to say something that we know. Come on, 1, 2, 3.
Super Smash Brothers. Melee.
Yeah. John, is it the same for you? Was it Smash Brothers?
Twas.
Yes.
Twas that trophy.
Yes.
We should have rehearsed that. That was a very poor execution of that was not how I imagined that would go.
No.
Yes, the little assist trophy, right? Oh no, you're talking about the trophy.
No,
trophy.
just a regular
the actual
trophy
in Melee. Yeah.
Yeah, very cool. I did like the assist trophy though, with the little bikes piling out.
Yeah, that was nice.
The little 8-bit bikes falling out. That one's cute.
Who played it quickly after that then? Did you seek Excite Bike out, or was it just a sort of little curious thing that you noticed?
I'm trying to remember when I first played it, because it'll either have been on the Wii, like as in the Virtual Console, or Excite Trucks was the first one I played. That's actually probably more likely that I played Excite Trucks before playing
That was
Excite
my
Bike.
route. So I didn't own Excite Truck at launch, but my friend did. And I played Excite Truck a lot around their house.
Yes, it was a launch game for the Wii, right?
Yeah, it was a launch game for the
Wii
Wii.
Sports, Twilight Princess, and Excite
Truck.
What a trio.
It's a great trio. Actually, to be fair,
it's
that's
a good trio.
Great trio.
It is a good
It's one of the best launches they've ever had, to be honest.
It's pretty good.
And that's just the Nintendo side. You've got to count Red Steel for the
Rayman,
for the
Raven
hardcore audience.
Red Steel. I miss Red Steel. Go on, John. So tell us then about your sort of heading over to your mates to play this launch day game.
Yes, I got Wii Sports and Twilight Princess, and he was lucky to get more than that. So I think he got Wii Sports, Twilight Princess, Excite Truck. I think he got Red Steel. His parents loved him too much.
You can say more. Loved him more. Sorry, Mum and Dad.
But we're playing Excite Truck together, and this was the first racing game I played where you tilt the Wii remote.
Yeah.
And it was actually like really, really accurate, and it still feels quite accurate today. But what felt odd about Excite Truck was it wasn't about winning necessarily. Like winning gets you a lot of points, but it's about all the points that you get within the race. So you can come third and still win if you've got lots of tricks and swirls and all that. So that was an interesting curve, but we played it a lot together co-op. Or not co-op, like multiplayer. And as I was saying earlier, that's just two of you and no other cars. So that feels very lonely. And if you get if one player gets really ahead of the other player, you're just left in the dust. Like there's nothing around you.
Yeah.
So that's not the best way to play. But I went on to buy it myself maybe a few months after, and I loved Excite Truck. I went on to play Excite Bike on the Virtual Console, and then of course imported Excite Bots because I loved Truck.
Yeah.
And yeah, I love the series a lot. I wouldn't say like I'm a crazy big bike fan, but I do like Truck and Bots a lot.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough. How about you then, Josh? Did you play that first for the Wii or?
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that Excite Trucks, because I did get Excite Trucks as well as a launch title. I'm a bit more like your
John.
friend on this, where I got Wii Sports, Excite Truck, Red Steel, and Rayman.
You young things! I had to buy my own Wii. I had to graft at work and buy it myself. And I had one game, and that was it.
I got Twilight Princess myself, but that's because I got it for GameCube instead of Wii.
Oh,
so
nice.
So I was playing Twilight Princess the weekend before Christmas.
Oh man,
that's when it came out. But like, so I think Excite Trucks is played, and then I must have played Excite Bike on the Virtual Console because I think it's one of those games where it's like,
nice.
It's like. I see the Melee Trophy. I'm part of the Smash fan. It's part of this retro catalogue of games that I'm like, oh, this would be cool. But it's also not like an RPG like Earthbound or an action game like Murasame Castle and Kid Icarus. It is just a bike game. So I probably saw it and was like, yeah, I'm not actually interested in emulating this.
What is this?
But it's on the Virtual Console, and so I'm like, yeah, I can grab that in the same vein of grabbing Balloon Fight and other random NES games for 500 points.
Yeah,
it's just it's one of those common ones. Like there's a 3D Classics version of it too, which is quite good. You get lots of cool depth, and when you turn the slider up, the POV goes broader, so you can see more.
Yeah.
That's FOV, just not POV. But yeah, that's really rad. And Excite Bike World Rally on WiiWare was actually really good too.
It looks really
Did
great.
you guys play that one?
No, I've not played it.
I actually do. I actually do own that one. Like I got it way later because I didn't even know it was a thing that was out for a while. And then when it would have been for something, I don't know if it was pre-Source Gaming or Source Gaming, when I was looking stuff up and I was like, where is this Excite Bikes model from? Because I think it might be Smash 4 has a 3D model of Excite Bike.
Right.
That's new, and I'm like, where is this? And then I look it up and I was like, what do you mean there's an Excite Bike game on the WiiWare from 2010 or 11 or whatever?
Yeah, I think it's 2009.
So I think I went...
mad.
I went back and I just downloaded it from because it's a WiiWare game. I think I played it like once and I was like, yep, all right. I see why this didn't blow up.
It's not bad. It's a pretty loyal remake of the original, but you can tilt your remote while you're in the air and get like full 360 degrees of turning rather than just that sort of one or two of the NES.
Yeah, it's very cool. It looks very fancy, right? Like it kind of feels more. It's not quite 2.5D, but it feels like it, right? Because you get those sort of different angles and things like that. And obviously, the big draw is that you could play it multiplayer online because Excite Bike was very limited in that way.
Yes.
I think I really like about Excite Bike, and I like a lot about sort of early NES races. And we've talked about a few. We did a Mac Rider on here. Obviously, then we've also chatted a little bit about Mario Kart and F-Zero, not specifically for this, but for other things. But I like that a lot of their races, and specifically Nintendo developed races, they do something different, right? They do something special or unique. And I really like that that Excite Bike, for all its simplicity. You're going from left to right, you sort of just shuffling up or down the track, and there is that, but then there's also, the physics of, okay, you have to tilt back because if you lean forward, your bike will crash. You have to, smash the revs up to get some big air on these jumps. But if you overheat, you have to pull to the side and let your car cool. I can't say anything right today. Let your bike cool down. So built into this quite simple concept of sort of like slot racing, really, or those sort of arcade horses, is sort of quite deep mechanics that actually, if you put the time into, is quite rewarding. Actually, I had a little tinker with it on NSO before we came on, And a lot of those games, they don't necessarily grab you for a long time, but actually if you've got 10, 15 minutes to kill, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to go back to it. Mario Kart 8 obviously has an Excitebike track.
Level. Love that.
Yeah,
so cool.
Great level. I mean, the music's fantastic. It's a level that I both love and hate. I love it because it's a little bit different each time, and I hate it because my wife is an absolute god on that level. I never. If we're playing a sort of 8-track GP against each other, and she lags behind a little bit, she'll either select Moo Meadows or Excitebike, and she'll kick my ass. So yeah, and that's quite a faithful recreation, right? With the sort of bits you can skid on and the boosts and the the sort of long ramps and stuff. So yeah, it's in the consciousness.
One thing that's cool.
It's great.
One thing that's cool about that level is that it's the actual placement of the ramps and stuff. I'm pretty sure. I think it's random.
They are random.
Like every time
random,
you boot in, which
good.
is super cool. Ages ago for Source Gaming, I used to do like stage ideas as a thing, and I'm pretty sure one of the stage ideas I had was Excitebike Arena, which had the exact same gimmick that the layout would be random.
Yeah.
Like I think this was before the Mario Maker level got revealed, which has the same gimmick that it's random layouts when it boots in. So it was like just the Excitebike thing, and it would play like where the Excitebikers would come from one side to the other, kind of like the Mario Kart Shy Guys.
Yeah, that's great.
But like the actual layout, whether the ramp is there or whether it's just a bunch of hills or whatever, would change every time you booted the level up.
Yeah,
it's such a, given that like Excitebike was like the first assist trophy that they showed off in the original in Brawl. I'm pretty confident it's the first one that they revealed. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And like Excitebiker was one of the retro characters considered for Melee, but Ice Climbers got in instead. Like there's clearly some sort of reverence for the Excite series.
Yeah, I think so.
That Nintendo has. And like again, it's one of those series people think is like a legacy title. It gets put with Balloon Fight and Ice Climbs and stuff. But actually,
it's been around a lot.
The Excite games were getting games all the way up until the Wii U, basically.
Yeah.
Like even 3DS, I would count 3D Classics as a new Excitebike game.
Yeah.
It broke my mind
a
when George
remake
said
of the
it's been
original.
dormant for 15 years earlier, because I'm like, that's still
2009.
pretty modern,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. We had games not that long ago.
That game came out last week, which is getting old. Well, let's move on to some of its sequels then. So, yes, NES series, it had the first one, then the Satellaview. I'm so gutted that we don't have Satellaview games here, or that, accessing them.
Eventually.
Yeah,
It should be on.
You'll have to buy a
should be on
Satellaview
NSO.
from the
Get it on
Nintendo
NSO.
It should be on Nintendo Classics. That stuff should be super doable.
I've got a Rob.
Yeah.
I've got a Virtual Boy. Satellaview next? Is that still
Give me a
thing?
Satellaview.
I guess so. You just got to get a bunch of cartridges and hope that there's stuff saved on them.
Definitely still works. 100% still works. So look, let's move on to 64. So yes, 64. It's kind of, I would say it's a faithful recreation, right? It is, like many 64 titles did, is moving from 2D and trying to recreate it as faithfully as possible in 3D. You've got the dirt tracks, you've got the big jumps. You also then have the big thing for me about it, because the racing is fine. But the big thing for me is the track creator, the fact that you actually have track creator in 3D. And I was thinking about this. I can't think of many other games of the time that were doing things like that, letting you place things around a 3D space and then sort of interacting with that. Is anything jumping to mind for you guys? Because that's the only thing I can think of.
F-Zero X did on the DD, but it was a different interface.
Yeah.
That was very much using... It wasn't quite the same sort of experimental take, I'd say, that Excitebike did.
Yeah. It's just it's very simply executed and very well done. I mean, there's a mod, isn't there, of Mario 64, which is basically Mario Maker 3D, which I haven't played. Looks amazing, and it feels like it's the same sort of concept. You have like a standard plane, you place the things down, and you take an existing object, in this case, Mario or the Excitebike, and it just interacts with those things that you place down. I mean, it's a lot of fun. If you haven't tried it, fire it up on N64 NSO, give it a go. It's a good time. It's nice to create your tracks on there.
Did one of the Tony Hawk's games have a track maker? I have this sort of vague memory that one of them let you make your own skate park.
I'm not going to say no, but I
sounds
can't
really
remember.
familiar.
I did play a lot of it,
but
and
I
can't
don't remember
that
which one it
happening.
was.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm going to say about Excitebike 64 though, I do not like it.
No.
The first time I played it was on when it came to NSO. It was like the only one, other than Excitebots, which never came out of here. It was the only one I hadn't played, and I tried it, and I was like, "Yep, I don't like this. This is not fun." Sorry, Duke York, but it's not for me.
Nigel York, the
Nigel
Duke. Get it right, Josh. Good sake. Well, how about you, John? Are you a fan or not?
I'm not a fan, but I'm also not the number one hater that Josh is. He despises Excitebike 64.
Demanding its removal from NSO.
Should have left it off NSO.
It's aggressively fine, right? It's fine. It's there's nothing sort of special about it. It does play well. It's fast. It controls tightly as you'd expect. The track creator is fun. I will defend the track creator. I think that's a good laugh being able to do that. One thing I do like about it, I loved. Did you guys ever have Road Rash on the Mega Drive?
Yeah.
As kids.
Yeah.
Josh, do you never play Road Rash?
I don't think this doesn't ring a bell.
Do you know what the game is?
I'm gonna guess it's some sort of racing game.
Well, okay, yeah. It's basically it's a motorcycle racing game, and what's that style, John, called where it's like you're not mode, it's like it's like burnout and stuff, like when you're when you're going along the track and it's all coming at you. But you play as a motorcycle rider, and basically, as you ride past other motorcyclists, you can just sort of smack them in the head,
kick them and smack them, and
nick a club or a chain off them and smack them off their bikes. The tracks get a bit tedious after a while, but that premise is quite fun. So I quite like that in Excitebike 64, the fact that you can sort of wipe out other characters. That I liked.
What, and it's for the Mega Drive.
The Mega Drive. It's a good game. There were 3 entries, I think, of Road Rash. It was a big title. Well, I say that it's one that I own, so I assume it's a big title. It's down here somewhere.
I'm just looking up now. It was on the Genesis, Amiga, Game Gear, Master System, and Game Boy.
All over the shop.
I didn't know it was a Game Boy version.
Did you say it was on Game Boy?
Yeah, it's on Game Boy.
Oh my god!
It's made by EA.
I've got to hunt this down.
The last one was released for Java.
Okay. Oh, it's died a slow death. But yeah, so for me, like, it had shades of Road Rash. I don't know if you feel that too, John, or did you not really ever make that comparison?
Yeah, I'd say that the vibe is there for sure.
Yeah. Right. Okay, so I don't think there's a lot to say about 64. Let's gloss over 64 and let's talk about your first love, Excite Truck, a bit more. So we've talked about. I mentioned that it sort of takes you out in the open world, so it's not really dirt tracks. You're out kind of rallying across worlds now. You unlock vehicles, you unlock stages, and there's really cool features, right? So we talked about like how tricks and points help you out. But do you guys remember the triggers on the stages? Can you talk about the triggers for a bit? Do you remember?
Those little orbs that you drive into, and then they morph the terrain in real time.
Yeah,
it's actually a really technically advanced game.
Yes.
When the Wii came out, people were like, "Oh, it's just a GameCube again. It's underpowered." And then you've got this sprawling racing game where you're moving at maximum speed, morphing the track, just jumping off and twirling in the air. I think it's still like a really impressive game today.
Yeah. You remember much about it, Josh? There was a POW block. That was going to be my tiebreaker question. Do you remember the POW block?
No. I'm going to have to leave this, John. I think the last time I played Excite Truck was like January 2007.
We've got to play Excite Truck.
We're going to get together. We're going to get this going.
It has always been on my list as this thing of like, I do need to find a time to sit down and replay it. It's like Excite Trucks and LEDs.
LEDs.
That Konami game.
Yeah.
Like, those are like these 2 early Wii games that I really do want to sit down and have a try to just replay now, because I feel like I'd appreciate them more older. I think my thing with Excite Trucks, like you said, when you do multiplayer, it's only 2 people.
Yeah.
And so I think the only time I ever played this game would have been with my brother. So we only ever played it and just 2 of us driving through basically what feels like an empty open world doing tricks.
Great.
It's like, okay.
Yeah.
It sort of got a bit boring after. It got a bit boring for us after a while.
I feel like that was a Rainbow Road or something. Excite Truck. Was it Rainbow Road or was it something adjacent to Rainbow Road?
Surely not.
Maybe I'm making this up. I'm Googling it now. I think it looks a bit like Rainbow Road, maybe? Let's see.
I don't know. I only remember like the first area is like an island.
I'm not mixing up F-Zero, no, because I know that does for sure have Rainbow Road.
It's like the SNES Rainbow Road, isn't it? Or something mad as well?
No, it's an original Rainbow Road.
Oh, is it? Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, F-Zero's original Rainbow Road.
If you play the DD version, you get like a rock remix of the 64.
That's it. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Mario Kart track.
Any sign of an Excite Truck Rainbow Road, you are fully. This is fully a fever dream.
This could be a fever dream.
Yeah.
I see. I'm looking up. I see something. It's not Rainbow Road, but it might be what you're thinking of.
Is it a
the
street
Diamond
made
Cup.
of rainbows? Because that's the only thing that
No,
you could be thinking of.
it looks very cosmic, but it's not rainbows.
Yeah, that's it. It's like a blue cosmic place.
Yes, it's got a very big cosmic-y look to it.
I will
it's
give
not
you
Rainbow
a
Road,
can't
but it
tell you
could
what
be.
it's
pass
called,
on
but-
that. Yeah,
It's off-brand Rainbow Road.
So yes, carrying on the sort of gimmick of stacking up points, there was like things you could jump through rings and stuff, right? If you smash up other trucks, you get points. Sort of did away with the drivers and made it more about the trucks and the tricks that you're doing, right? So they didn't carry that over from the 64, and then I sort of get, I guess, I find it. What do you think about the sort of jump from bikes to trucks? Because it's such an odd decision, and I don't really know why they did it. Because it's sort of it kind of uncouples it from the series, right? Because if you're in the Nintendo knowledge, you put that together about the Excite series, but I think if you put those games next to each other, you wouldn't think they belong to the same thing.
Yeah, I don't think I realised they were part of the same series when I first played Excite Trucks.
John?
Like,
I think people still don't really know.
No.
no.
When we pitched this on our chat, you guys said, "Oh, should we do the Excite series?" And I went, "Excite Bike," and you went, "Yeah, and bots and trucks." I just went, "Yep." Maintain a professional look. But yeah, completely not part of my thinking about it at all. I always just think of Excite Bike. That's what I think of when I think of the Excite series.
But I didn't really clock until recording this that the whole point mechanic was taken from Bike.
Yeah.
So, I didn't realise that either. I've always just been focused on winning in Excite Bike.
Yeah.
Knowing that points are that importance sort of suddenly makes a lot of the original Excite Bike.
Yeah, I should go back and play it.
I'm like, wait, so I should be trying to jump and do everything. It's not just about being
not
first.
just caning it to the finish line. But nobody explains this to you when you start this off. So yes, it's a very strange pivot that they did, and then they went full pivot after that into Excite Bots.
Bots is nuts.
Yeah, and so again, Josh, I don't know if you have anything to say about it, Josh. It's barely on my radar.
Your frog car that can grab onto things is basically all I know.
Bots
no
is
chickens.
crazy. Bots is
No
crazy.
chickens, unfortunately.
With bots, take everything you know about truck. You're getting points. You're doing flips in the air, all that normal stuff. And then every now and then, there'll be some bowling pins, and you've got to knock a ball into them. Strike! There'll be a ball. There's a goal. Yeah, goal!
So
there's just some wacky, crazy stuff in this game. You never know what's going to happen. So there's just so many other ways of getting points, and it never makes sense, but it's always fun.
Don't they start off the race by running, and then they kind
start
of
off on your
morph into
feet.
their
You
vehicles?
got wiggle the Wii remote to get that little boost at the start, and they start rolling. Just regular.
Weird. And you have to grab onto trees or that red bar and spin around. It looks. I've never played. I mean, to be honest, I would love to play it because it looks bonkers. And
Bonkers.
I think you're right, Josh. It's that thing of I think looking at it then, I would have been like, what on earth is this? No, thank you. But looking back at it now, going, oh my God, that looks so much fun. It just looks fun. That's the kind of the core part of it, right?
Yeah, it's just Excite Truck, but crazier with online.
Yeah.
I think that's all it needed to be.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a shame. Yeah. I think the series fell well. I don't think they marketed it well, but it is strange.
I've always been curious how well Trucks did. As a launch title
I'm not sure.
that's coming out alongside Zelda.
Fact-checking.
Wii Sports, everyone obviously got. Wii Play was out a week later.
Yeah.
All these massive games, and then Excite Trucks is just there, and it doesn't look like the Excite Bike series. No. It looks like just a truck game.
It's so weird.
I'm genuinely not sure why Excite Trucks was one of the first games that I got with the system.
Or even if it was Excite Bikes and Trucks. Just put them both there. Make it both an option. It's very bizarre. I don't know if I've said this before. Zelda was so all-consuming. And do you remember the Wii used to track your hours? And I remember playing it just before Christmas, and I had an awful cold that Christmas. And I played that game for 16 hours in one day. I think I must have basically got up to go to the toilet and eat, and apart from that, I just lay on the sofa and played that game. So No time for Excite Trucks.
That's the Twilight Princess experience. I wasn't sick, and I think that was how I still I beat all of Twilight Princess in like the span of the weekend before Christmas.
Oh my God.
Which is like 40 hours across 2 days.
That is absolutely filthy, but also well done. I'm very proud of you. How did it sell, John?
I was looking. I couldn't find raw figures. I don't think they've really communicated it. One website said 450,000, which doesn't sound right for a Wii launch title. I think they would have sold a bit more than that, but I don't think we know.
Wow. Well, that's pretty damning, isn't it? I mean, the fact that they don't say. So
no, you don't find it somewhere.
Yeah, it feels like
petition Nintendo to release the sales stats in their next investor meeting.
Yes,
it is. It is very unfortunate what happened to the developer of this game. So Monster Games.
Yeah, Monster.
Before this, they did some NASCAR games. They had a history in racing games. And then they did back-to-back Excite Truck, Excite Bots, Excite Bike, World Rally, then Pilot Wings Resort, then DKC Returns 3D, then Xenoblade 3D. So they were on a big roll with Nintendo.
They helped out on Tropical Freeze as well.
Yeah.
They did.
They contributed to that game.
They were like one of the best developers of that time for a while there. Like just doing really cool new games, really great ports.
There was a rumor at one point that the people that they were going to do Diddy Kong Racing. Like it was a very popular.
They could have done a great job. I think
they were going to make a new Diddy Kong Racing game.
But then after Xenoblade 3D,
they just went all of that.
Yeah, they just went back to NASCAR.
And then they got bought by iRacing.
Yeah, this year I think it was July. It said so. They are no longer, but they did make some fantastic games. Very sad. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I do think it feels like the sort of Excite series kind of died a very slow death. I think because it got away from its core premise. So are we going to return it to its roots? Let's find out. Because John, you won the quiz, which means you are the president of Nintendo. But we are the board, and we demand that you bring back the Excite series. So just series, not Excite Bike, the Excite series. And we demand that you make it a great big success. So please tell us, how do you plan to do it?
Okay. The board director is looking at sales. He's angry. 450,000? I'm not even sure that's the correct figure. Grrr! Punches an intern.
Gets done for
pulls the intern up to the stage, punches him.
just really slowly walks somebody across. Smack. Sit down. Disgusting behaviour. Carry on, please.
Whose fault is this? Who? Monster Games, they did it. It's all their fault. Well, I want them here. I want them here right now. But they got bought by iRacing. I don't care. Bring them here. Buy them back. We never owned them. Buy them now. We now own Monster Games again. Take that, iRacing, whatever games you make. So we have Monster Games back in our care. They are now a first-party Nintendo studio, and we're going to put them hard to work. We take them to a corner. We say, what was the vision? What were you going to do after bots? Huh? So you done trucks, you done bots. What was it? What came next? Was it boats? They go, no, it wasn't boats. What was it then? Man. It was Excite Man. That's what we had planned. We were planning a racing game where everybody was just in like little robotic men. We were just going to have a bunch of men lined up at the start, and then the men would lean over and have wheels, and then they would race along on the track. And then we say, what are you saying, Monster Games? Man! Excite Man! So this was the game they had planned all along. We are following in the formula of Excite Truck and Excite Bots, only now you play as men. And there's a bunch of men you can be. You can be a Scottish man. You can be a Ukrainian man. You can be a man from the Netherlands. There's so many men you can be.
So many. I'm starting to see why Monster went defunct. If this is the plan, it's like it's just men bent over with wheels on their hands, scooting about.
However, I know what you're thinking. This sounds like a lot of men, and that is a lot of men.
Yeah.
Correct. So we've also got some women. And these women, they're gonna have short hair, long hair. They're gonna have all sorts of different hair lengths. And you can play as any of them.
That's the key to any woman is their length of hair.
Nationality of the man, hair length of the woman.
Just nondescript countries, just varying hair length. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So we are using the power of Nintendo Switch 2 with this one. And we are playing only with split Joy-Con. Sounds nuts, huh? No Pro controllers allowed. So with these split Joy-Con, we are going to, on the fly, go between regular controllers and mouse mode for certain objectives. So let's say you are racing along the track in your split Joy-Con mode, holding down the trigger, racing regularly. But maybe a little obstacle comes up. Let's say that snooker is in front of you. There's a snooker table while you're racing along. You've got to quickly put one Joy-Con on your lap and go and get it in there. And you've got to go back and forth with these control schemes. We're adapting on the fly. Sometimes it's going to be going on your lap. Sometimes you're going to have to rub your tummy with the Joy-Con. Like maybe there's a chef cooking up a meal. And in order to get those points, you've got to go, and rub the Joy-Con on your stomach. And he's going to throw a steak, and you've got to catch it. And then back to racing. So we are going to be adapting the control scheme. And we're going to do all these things that people do, whether it is playing pool or eating food. But you're also going to be doing your regular Excite Truck, Excite Bot stuff, going off a ramp, insane speeds, swinging in the air. And we are going to have a grand total of 50 player online. 50?
Whoa.
That's so many.
That's a lot.
You're probably wondering, like, is that too many? Are that many people going to buy the game? Yeah. We're anticipating this is going to be a huge success because it's our key demographic. Who are we selling it to? People. Who do you race as? People. Man.
We sell
women.
to man and even the woman.
Yeah, the woman. Short-haired women are going to see this. Long-haired women are going to see this.
Now,
that's me. That's
finally.
me.
If a woman has no hair, are they allowed to play the game?
We've got them covered.
Good.
There's going to be a
Nice.
playable woman with no hair.
Good. I didn't want anything exclusionary in this title. That's not what Nintendo's about. It's all about inclusivity.
No.
Inclusivity? just made up a word. Okay.
That's how committed we are to it.
So committed to inclusivity. So this is everything that an Excite Man might do, such as play pool or rub their tummy, is packed into this title. Okay, Josh, off the bat, any questions? I mean, I hope you've got some questions about Excite Man.
So, how many playable characters are we thinking here? Because you only named a few nationalities, a few types of hair lengths, okay? But there are a lot of worlds out there, and we got a lot of people to represent. So, what are we thinking about roster size?
Don't ask me to name all of them, but we're going to have... there's going to be 150.
150 races. Okay.
Well, and hair lengths.
And, oh my god. Okay. Okay. Are you worried about balance? And also, if there's 150, are you not then worried about like the handful of countries that aren't in the game?
Oh, they're all in.
But, let's just
We're forcing countries to combine.
Quick pop quiz. How many countries are there on Earth, John?
I don't know how many countries are on Earth.
Do you want to venture a guess?
Is it more than 150?
Yes. Josh, do you know?
Is it like 360?
No. Oh no, that's way too much. Okay, all right. You guys are bad at geography. It's 100. It's like about 190ish. So I think I've just googled. It's 195, but I would have said about 190 because obviously
we put some together.
it changes.
So the one Scotland and Wales, they're all just the UK.
Please don't alienate listeners for this podcast by basically lumping them in with other countries.
We've just put all the little countries that don't really matter together.
This is not a view shared by the board. This is, if you have an issue with this, go directly to John Cartwright, please. Just lumping in. No. Outrageous.
We've taken America out of the game.
Jesus Christ.
So, how about each of these? Do each of these men have different stats?
Yes, exactly. I was going to say, like, are they all balanced?
Are they all? Are they all the same stats, or are they all different stats? What are we doing?
They've all got
here?
different stats.
You've all got your own unique stats.
There's going to be a tier list with 150 different characters showing which is the best in different circumstances.
I'd also like to point out 150 is including the women, I guess, which means actually the amount of countries represented is less.
75 countries and 75 hair lengths.
75 women.
That's fine. That seems fair. That seems right. Okay, so we're balancing these stats. I mean, how quickly do we think until the metagame gets sussed out on the internet? Like a week?
It'll take people a while because there's a lot of variables.
It's a lot of variables.
And Yeah, the tracks will play a bit differently too. The terrain's going to be a bit different. Some of them are pure dirt tracks. One is going through a forest. One's going through a desert. Like, different wheels, different vehicles are going to operate in different ways. And what I didn't mention to you is we're taking one element that Excite Bike had, that Excite Truck and Bots didn't, and that's a level creator.
Yeah.
So you can choose your terrain. You can choose where the ramps come up. You can choose where the chef is you have to rub your tummy for. All these different elements are in your fingertips. And not only that, but we are going to have a level searcher. And the featured levels of that week are going to be in the rotation of the core Nintendo-made levels. So if your level is good enough, everyone's going to be playing it.
Ooh, okay.
Nice. Like that. Who judges if a level is good enough?
It's done by viewer ranking.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Not just one employee at Nintendo feverishly.
I like this one this week.
Miyamoto cracking a whip behind him. Play more tracks.
I mean, given what's ranks at the top of Mario Maker things, yes. I fear this outcome.
It could be chaotic, yeah.
I've got to drill down on the physics and the mental image I currently have of these races, because at the moment it's an absolute nightmare. I'm picturing like men and women in like little kind of mech suits, and then like bent over, so like their bums are in the air with their hands and feet on the ground, almost like a downward dog in yoga.
Yeah,
with wheels.
That's exactly what it's going to be like with wheels.
That sounds horrible.
Are they holding onto a bar with wheels then?
Yeah.
Can you customize the wheels?
There's no customization there.
No,
there's so many to choose from already. Like,
that's true. You don't want to make it even more complicated.
So apart from the stats, what sets these and I suppose their appearance and maybe accents? What sets these things apart visually? How do you know what car is yours?
It's the aesthetic. You can. Everyone's going to look different from behind. Everyone does. Like if you were to get 10 people in a row and see them from behind, you're not going to say, "Oh, they look the same." You're going to say,
right.
"What a variety of people I have here."
Yeah. Well, anytime I see a woman with a specific hair length, I go, "Bang! It's that woman," because I know immediately from the
hair length.
Okay, so we've got a track editor. You've got 150 racers, all bent over double, racing along these tracks.
Yeah, we've got versatile controls.
Versatile controls, and lots of like almost not like mini games, but like events baked into the races, right?
So, to get you more points. Yeah.
Instead of the Excitebots thing of like grabbing things or smashing things, it's like carrying out tasks.
We decided Excitebots didn't go far enough. Yeah.
Fine, that's good. Okay, I mean I can't beyond that. So it's kind of essentially a return to what Excitebots was doing, kind of upping the sort of wackiness, changing the stakes in that it's human beings. Can you smash another human being to pieces? And are they humans inside mech suits, or are they just mech suits?
So there's two options we could go with. We could go with the vehicles are actually humans, so they aren't being piloted. They're humans bent over on wheels, or they could be humans in mech suits of human-based mechs. So which one sounds more mass market?
They all sound
I was
horrible.
thinking the former one. I was assuming it was the first one. They didn't even need to be mech suits. They could just be wearing racing suits, but then they hold on to wheels.
Is there
just
like,
go forward.
Is there a post game where they're all just hideously disfigured, like in a retirement home, just with their backs like completely crumpled up from racing on all fours for their whole life? Okay, so they are people in like specially designed mech suits.
Yeah.
Is there anything more, Josh? Is there anything more you want to ask about this game?
So it's about getting points again, right? It's about getting points. It's about coming first.
Coming first will get you more points, but
yes.
But if you're racking up all the points and you come third, you could still come first if you've got more points than everyone else.
So if you're in a 50-person race and you're in like 50th place?
Yeah.
What's going to stop someone from just like quitting, just exiting the game because they're like, I'm in 50th place. There's no chance I can get the first.
But they could get the first if they could. Could you still finish first if you're maxing out some sweet tricks, but you're in 50th?
Well,
what's the ratio?
The thing about having so many players, right, is you can go from 50 to 20 very easily. Because it's not like if there's 8 players in a race, you're doomed if you're at the back. But if there's 50 of you, you can very easily change your fate. And if you've been ranking up those points the entire game, and then in the last lap you decide just to go fully for, you don't want to get points anymore, you go fully for speed, maybe you can make up your lack of skill.
You suck, but you can do good tricks. And my last question then is how deeply do we get to know these 150 mech humans?
You're focusing so much on the men and the women
because it's called Excite Man. That's like the main focus of the game.
We considered having a story mode, like explaining the families behind each of these men and women. But we decided that because there's 150 of them, that's probably too much of a task. So we'd rather just focus on the core man racing.
So basically, we have 75 countries represented by men and 75 hair lengths represented by women, and you don't get to know them at all.
It's better that we don't explain it, I
feel. All right. Yeah. Remarkably, I think I've exhausted my questions about this pitch. It's very straightforward and somehow makes sense.
Natural evolution, some might say.
The natural evolution of the Excite series. Well, we'll see if Josh says something different, because Josh, you are now the president of Nintendo, but we are still the board, and we still demand that you bring back the Excite series of games. So please tell us, how would you plan to do it?
All right, so come up to the stage. I'm a little nervous. I saw the reaction to the last one. I'm looking at my things, and I'm seeing it, and I'm saying, oh, should I have man written on mine as well?
Please no.
So I quickly call up the team, and I'm like, add the bikes back in, add the trucks back in. Just, you know what? Add it all in. So what we're doing, right? So we went from bikes and we went from trucks, and like, where can we go from here? We went to bots. Where can we go from here? Well, I mean, how about bikes? We've done that. How about classic bikes, not motorbikes, just regular
bicycles.
bikes?
Bicycles.
Skateboards, rollerblades, antelopes, dogs on wheels. We're just gonna have them all. We're just gonna let you. You're not picking individual men and women. You're not picking random generic bikers. No more Dukes. No more frog. Well, the frog bot will be there.
Oh, nice,
but
nice.
We're gonna have. Now you pick your mode of transport.
Train.
And train. You want train? You get train.
Just
Excite train.
Great.
Yep. Excite boat. Like, it'll be a boat with little wheels on the bottom because we still need to go on land. You can have a boat.
It's not a boat.
Excite copter.
What if you just had like a pool of water that follows him everywhere?
Yeah.
So
Just the water is inexplicably there. Right? And the goal is to get to the end, doing as many tricks as you can, going off of ramps, wall running, sliding off, grinding on rails, like doing all of this sort of stuff. And as it's happening, buildings are collapsing, giant boulders are chasing you, tornadoes are coming through, everything is going all over the place, chaos all around, and you've got to try and avoid all of this. The closer you avoid it, like if you just skim around the tornado, you get a lot of points.
Right.
You get a lot of points for getting risky. You get points obviously for coming in first, but you got to. It's just a straight line. This isn't like Excite Bike where it's a straight line with a bunch of ramps. You have to find that exit. These are big levels, and you've got a vague compass pointing you towards where the exit is, and you've got to try and the finish line, not the exit. And you've got to try and get there, but you don't know what's going to come around. You might think, oh, I'll go in a straight line, and then suddenly, boom, giant anvil from the sky lands in front of you.
Right.
Sends you flying backwards. You're now back in last place. And all manner of crazy stuff is happening. UFOs are coming in and picking riders up and taking them off before dropping them off.
That's pretty cool.
Further in the level. Mm-hmm. You just got to try and avoid as many hazards as you can, or doing as many tricks as you can. Do you pick the boat? Do you pick the monster truck because you'll be able to get over all the small hazards with ease but you will be too limited in what tricks you can do because the monster truck is really big? Or do you take the dog on wheels because he can grind and ride up the wall? He can do little poses as he jumps, but he's smaller, so he doesn't travel as far. But you have more time to build up points then. Do you avoid going to the finish line if you're far enough in first to go around the skate park and try and do as many tricks while you're waiting for people to catch up? You can build up points that way. Where it's a big open world racer with a lot of stuff happening, a lot of chaotic random stuff with a lot of choices for vehicles.
All right.
And
sounds exciting, man.
Exactly.
It
does.
What's it called?
It's called Exciting. That's the game. Exciting.
Excellent.
You got it. You figured it out.
Exciting, part of the Excite series. Now, okay.
Yes.
Immediate question from me then. We're just sort of bemoaning the lack of cohesion on the Excite series, going from bikes to trucks to bots. Do you not think calling a game exciting might also not necessarily put the cogs together in people's brains?
No, I don't think that people care.
Oh, brilliant. Okay. Yeah.
Right. Excitebike hasn't been around 15 years. There are people out there being like, Star Fox, never heard of it. It's dead.
Oh, don't say that. Don't say that. That's so sad.
Like, you know, the whole point of this podcast is it's not been around for 7 years.
I know.
It's dead.
I know.
So people don't care anymore about Excitebike. So we're now going to do Exciting instead. We can do whatever we want.
I do love, like, there's that old trope, isn't there, about, like, parents and grandparents going into gaming shops and not knowing what games to pick up for their kids. And I do love the idea of, like, an old deer picking up this game and going, oh, exciting. Sort of picking it up for their children, their grandchildren. And then they're actually getting a pretty awesome game out of the bargain.
Exactly. You got to think of, like, the SEO potential of this, right? Because if someone goes into the shop and is like, I just want an exciting game. And they're like, oh, we got the one for you.
Incredible. Is the advertiser going to have I'm so excited by the Pointer Sisters sort of blaring out over everything as well?
If we can afford that, you know. I mean, we don't know what the budget is like for this game, you know. We don't know if we're gonna have licensed music. Maybe we don't have any music and we just let people put their own music in the game.
Bring it back. Bring it back.
It's automatically connected to the Nintendo Music app if you have.
Let me see the extent of the vehicles on offer then. A Trojan horse with wheels.
Yes.
That's in there. Of course it is.
That's in there.
A desk on skis.
Sure. Why not? There's an office worker sitting on the desk.
A man.
He's the one controlling it. Yeah, there's already a man.
Well, the man's in there. Excitement.
We have man walking. Well, we have man running. We have woman running. We have man rollerblading. We have woman rollerblading.
Okay, I'm going to pick something that you're going to say no to. There's got to be something in this room which you cannot turn into a vehicle. A rock on an axe. That's not in this room, by the way. I don't have a rock and an axe in my room.
I was just thinking,
everything's a vehicle in this room.
My rock and axe.
Just in my attic, I've just got my lumberjack kit and my rock and axe up here. Yeah. A
rock and axe? No, but a rock with a sword and a guy's trying to pull the sword and that's propelling him forward. Yes.
That's incredible.
That's actually really good. Yeah,
that is excellent. I love that.
Uses the sword to steer.
Come out.
That's really good.
That's really good. Josh, for the second week in a row, has absolutely nailed something.
Yeah, legitimately banked that. A sword in the stone racing game is a really good idea.
Somebody get Sakurai on the phone and put this in Kirby, for God's sake. Just pulling it out and then change direction. Should be Meta Knight's vehicle. Anyway, okay. How does vehicle selection work? Like, is it a sort of endless array of things, or like have you got customizable bits that you hodgepodge stuff together?
It's just we'll just have like a bunch of vehicle options and you just pick which one you want to go through.
So they're
just
all pre-made. So a desk with skis on it.
They're all pre-made. Like maybe we'll let you do color customization.
Right.
Like maybe like if you want to have a blue dog, you can have a blue dog if you want. If you want to have like
all right, how many vehicles are we starting out with on the base roster?
We're gonna have, let's see, Mario Kart World has like 140 something characters, right? So,
we're going more.
So we can't go any lower than that.
Jesus. Okay.
So 150.
150 unique.
But remember, some of these are like man and woman, dog on rollerblades, cat on rollerblades. Like, there's going to be some similarity between excite bike, excite bicycle.
Oh,
like,
amazing. Maybe there should be like a monthly thing where people can submit a vehicle idea and it gets added to the game, and then just get.
Yeah, but then the one guy we have in our office will have to be there continuously looking over submissions.
Fine.
Like,
Miyamoto's still got
3D model this one.
Make this vehicle. Okay, so we've got an open world. We've got like disaster happening all around us. You're sort of you're doing those tricks to score points, just dodging things. Is getting to the end still important? Is it sort of, again, that same thing of you want to try and get there first, but also points they're combining, so that's still a thing?
Yeah, so it's still all about getting points, which is why, because it's a sort of open world track, this level, so loads of different routes. So imagine a big city, right? Yeah. We'll use this as the example. Like, the exit is, the compass is telling you the finish line is off that way somewhere. Right. And you can take the main highway road that's going through the city, take a bit more of a straight line, or you can go down the alleyways. And if you're going down the alleyways, you can like wall grind and grab points that way.
Okay.
You can go off the ramps, you can jump off of parked cars and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, there's different routes there, and each route has different like obstacles and different ways to earn tricks. But then the disaster element comes in, where you might think like, right, this is a straight road, let's go there, and then suddenly boulder.
Brilliant.
And you can't go that way. If you go that way, you're going to get run over. It's going to take you back. And so you now have to pivot and turn around and go the other way. So you have to sort of think, there's a bit of random element to it, but you have to sort of consider what is going to be the best route to get there, where I can pull off the most tricks and still try and get far enough ahead.
Mm-hmm.
But equally, because it is points based, if you are far enough ahead and you're like, I see the finish line, but I haven't been doing many tricks, maybe I should hold off for a second, reverse, and try and build off tricks.
Okay.
While I can.
I quite like that.
To wait for people to get over, other people to get to the finish.
Yeah, like, would you be alerted when people cross the line? So you're like, oh crap, I need to like go and get to the line now, because then you've got that.
Yeah,
nice,
I think we'd have a thing in the. Well, I guess if it was split screen, it would be like.
Yeah.
Like across the split screen line that tells you how close you are to the finish. Let's say you're in the middle, and then the finish line gets closer to you based on how many meters you are away from it.
Sure.
But then you'll see other people, like if they're getting closer, they'll start coming up to you, and so you're like, oh, that guy's getting really close now. I need to turn around.
I can't get over the sword and the stone. Honestly,
it's so good. It's a really good idea.
It's filthy. Is there any story element to this, or is it just madness?
Aliens. There you go.
Oh, there's damn it. Can we play as a UFO? You said the UFOs can take you away.
UFOs,
can you play as one?
Yeah, a UFO can come and take you, but if you win every Grand Prix and every Mirror Mode Grand Prix, then you can unlock a small UFO.
Yeah. Incredible.
But you can still be picked up by the big UFO.
Do we play with regular traditional controls, or are we using motion, or what are we using?
We'll have the option for steering wheel motion controls. We need to use that Switch 2 wheel for some more games.
Yeah.
So we'll have the motion control option and shake to do tricks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But we'll have traditional control schemes as well.
Nice. Who's developing this?
Don't ask me that question yet. I don't know.
Okay. All right, Mr. President. Normally part of the pitch breakdown, but no, let's not worry about that right now. I was going to ask one more thing as well, though. So I was saying who's developing it, and
okay, I'm going to say it's Ubisoft making it.
Ooh.
Why Ubisoft?
Because they already showed they can make a city when they did Watch Dogs Legion. It's Watch Dogs Legion, right? That's the London one.
What, you want Ubisoft because they've shown they can make a city?
So, and so we're just going to do them again. There we go.
Are you okay, Mr. President?
Oh my god. Okay.
No,
Right.
I didn't want to do Bandai Namco again. Okay, we've given them a lot of projects.
We have. They are chock-a-block with
Ubisoft. We need to give them something new after Starlink, which was vehicle based.
Do Ubisoft do the Crew?
I think they do.
There you go. They've got a racing team.
There we go. I knew they'd done one racing game.
Not because they made a city in Watch Dogs.
we all know it's recorded, Josh. We all know that's why you picked them. John, any final questions for Josh's pitch?
Okay, if you are to be a little villainous man and take out the opposing players, are they out for good, or do they just respawn?
No, they just get knocked. They just get knocked back.
Okay.
They just get sent back. We haven't quite figured out the exact amount of damage we want other players to be able to do because of the different vehicle sizes. Because otherwise, like, the monster truck's just going to run over everyone, right?
Yeah, that dog on
Man
wheels
versus
is
monster truck.
No chance, mate. Yeah.
No chance. So we're not quite sure how much we want to let other players do that, other than just bouncing into them and knocking them out like that.
All right. I was going to ask about track editor. Presumably, there's not going to be any option for track editor here because it's a big open world system.
No, what we could do though, is a multiplayer mode where one person plays as God and decides when the random stuff happens.
God on wheels.
God on wheels.
one of the cards that we have here. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So, like, while everyone's trying to get to the finish line, someone has, like, an overhead view of the map, and they can be like, all right, boulder here, hurricane here,
zombie
stuff
U
like
style.
this. Zombie U style.
That's cool.
Like that. You can do it with your phone if you're doing it in local play. We'll have the exciting app you can download. If you do it online, then you can clear
I forgot it was called exciting. Okay. Okay. I mean, brilliant. I actually might put the Sword in the Stone on the thumbnail for this video just to confuse people.
Really good.
It's really good. Right. Any final questions, John, for exciting?
No, I think this is a pretty great pitch.
It's a brilliant pitch. Thank you, Mr. President. I'm going to pitch my game is so vanilla in contrast to both of these, and I am ashamed. My one is simply Excite Bike's Switch, which is taking the game back to its roots. Its roots. We're getting back to the bikes. We're bringing the bikes back. So you've got the sort of side-on view, more of the sort of Excite Bike World Rally view, where you've got that kind of sort of 2.5D thing. You've got the tracks going along. It is, massive. You can have 8 tracks, or you can have 8 players, 16 players, whatever, all sort of duking out along these tracks. But we can go from bikes to trucks to bots, right? So there's like a triathlon mode where you finish your sort of motocross biking track, and then they go up a huge ramp and they jump off their things and land into a monster truck, and then that's taking you all of a sudden into like a behind you view going across this massive sweeping landscape, and then from there you jump into your weird bot, and this bot is more of a kind of like racing come platformer thing where you have to like swing off things and climb through levels and things. So you're sort of like stuffed with modes. I've brought back Track Creator, but this is more of like an isometric, kind of like all range mode from Star Fox. You've got that kind of plane that you set up. So you set it up, like you said, Josh, like a skate park in Tony Hawk. So you've got all the things set up, and you can do like points, battle people for points in this kind of trick park, that kind of thing. And that's it really. So you've got like the sort of classic gameplay. You can separate them. So you could just do all truck stuff. You can just do all bot stuff. You can do all bike stuff. You can do a triathlon with all of them. You can set up your own levels, custom courses, and, a sort of trick park thing. And I want to bring back the controls. You do have classic controls, but it's been a while since we've had a good peripheral for the Switch. Ooh. So I'm bringing in the Switch bar, where you get like a plastic bar, and you magnetically attach your 2 Joy-Con to it, and then basically if you do this with your Joy-Con, it revs up your bike, and you go, and then you change gear by clicking on this one, rev it up again, keep going. So you're actually sort of using the bar to speed up your bike, and if you can have steering on there as well if you want to. I mean, you probably have to, or you can just nudge it with the sort of D-pads. Lots of options there, but I think giving people a bar with which to actually sort of physically do the bike stuff. I mean, I guess they had that with Labo But I want just a big plastic bar. Because then also, if your little brother or sister is annoying you, just give them a little crack with the bar, and then you carry on racing.
It doubles as a weapon.
Absolute classic. Yeah. That's what every parent wants in the home. So yes, my very vanilla Excite Bikes Switch. We are low on time, so I have time for one question from each board member because we used up so many questions on your insane pitches. But I welcome one question from each of you.
All right, so we've got Excite Bike, Excite Truck, Excite Bots. Is 64 in there? Is the Duke playable?
No, nobody cares about Nigel. He's dead. So he had a horrible bike accident and he's gone. I said that so cavalierly. Sorry, Nigel, mate. You haven't done anything wrong. No, it's. I like the nameless protagonists of Excite Bike. So Excite Bike 64 was the evolution of Excite Bike. You know, when you think of Mario 64, he's still Mario. So even if you've got that sort of classic side-on gameplay, you know, I think you don't want to muddy that. You want the trucks to be the 3D racing element. That's where they thrive. The bikes, you've got their exciting trucks moving up and down those tracks and skimming past obstacles. So no, Excite Bike 64. Sorry guys, you're the black sheep. You're not coming into this game. It's bike spots trucks.
Okay, so you said there was like a triathlon mode where you bikes to trucks to bots, right? But presumably between those points, between the bike and the truck, you have to get off the bike, go to the truck, get in the truck.
Absolutely not.
So this is
you do a massive jump, like a sweet trick jump, and then you like flip off the bike and go through the sunroof of the truck. And then you're just in the seat, just driving. Just kind of real physics. And then from that, you skid at the end of the truck thing. The door flings open and like you fly out the side of the door. And the bot catches you and like stuffs you into the back of its head. And then starts like...
You have no control on the bot.
No control. The bot is...
You ain't racing that bot.
If that bot wants to kill you, you're fully dead. But luckily they're friendly bots. So it grabs you and puts you on its back and then just starts like clambering. And you've got, got like... little controls behind this thing. Maybe the bar changes. So maybe you've got the bike, and then when you're in the truck, you like fold it up so it becomes a wheel, and then from there you can then like detach it to be something clever. So we need. Where's our Gunpei Yokoi these days? We need another one of him back at Nintendo to create some sort of incredible little contraption that's like multifaceted for this game. That's going to be the killer. That's going to be the thing, and then it turns into nunchucks. So you've got a proper weapon down in the house.
As long as you can make it a weapon, that's what matters.
And it's going to be developed internally because Nintendo need to take care of their games. So EPD for me. But yes, there you have it. 3 ways that we would like to bring back the Excite series. But do you like John's Excite Man? Excite Man or Exciteman? Excite Man. John's Excite Man. A new twist on the entry. These games are so mental that I found it very hard to write a succinct pitch about them. So
sit back for a moment.
Make yourself comfortable. John's Excite Man. A new twist on the series, taking mechanical people to the racetrack. A split Joy-Con game, this mouse-heavy title ups the madness of Excitebots with 50-player online and is developed by Monster Racing, a newly acquired first-party branch of Nintendo. Or do you like Josh's Exciting? Multi-vehicle entry that once again places an emphasis on scoring high scores with tricks, while disaster strikes all around to add some risk and reward to the gameplay. Navigating your way to the exit amid the hazards of this open world, this game is developed by Masters of the City, Ubisoft. Or do you like Excite Bike Switch? A return to the game roots, stuffed with modes, all with a handy little peripheral to help you navigate the game, developed internally by Nintendo. Or do you have a better idea yourself? Let us know in the comments below. While you're there, please do like and subscribe. It will help us to grow. You can find us all over on BlueSky, links in the description. And we have a Patreon too. And we have a live recording coming up. Now, do we have our picks for the vote for the live record? Josh, do you know what you're going to put forward for our suggestion this week?
I do. I do know what we're going to put forward. It is called Kurikin Nano Island Story.
Yep.
Classic.
I want that one.
Classic. Can you please tell me?
Last of that was 2007, so I think it applies.
What genre is it even?
It's like a monster raising RPG.
All right,
like Pokemon.
All right, sure.
If you would like to vote for Josh's game,
Kurikin Nano Island Story. You can just call it Kurikin for short.
Okay, Kurikin, you can do that there. John, what's your pick?
No, I'm 99% sure we haven't done Puzzle League yet, right?
We haven't done Puzzle League.
Puzzle League!
No.
Puzzle League!
And I'm bringing a biggie to the table. I'm gonna offer Luigi's Mansion, because it's been a long old time since we've had a Luigi's Mansion game. No sniff of a new one coming out. So yes, you can have Josh's game or Puzzle League or Luigi's Mansion. Head over to our Patreon to vote. In the meantime, John, thank you very much for being with us today.
Thank you. When putting that poll together, you're either going to ask Josh again, like spell it out, or you're going to go back and listen to this audio and repeat again and again and again and be like, I do not know.
I'm just going to write Josh's game. That's all I'm going to write. Josh, thank you for being with us today.
Yep. If you put Josh's game, given the high quality of my pitch, I think everyone will just vote for that.
This is true.
If you do that,
I literally can't get over the Sword in the Stone Man. I hope you've had an exciting time listening to today's show, and as always, thank you for listening. But for now, that's game over. Goodbye.